So I put a post up on Facebook and I said, this is what the modus operandi is. So be careful. So many people have actually replied that they've also received the same phone call. So it's actually quite scary. Some unsuspecting person, almost like me, might just give that ID document away and boom, once it's gone, it's gone. They can do fraud on your name. They can copy your it's identity theft. That's what it is. They will copy your name. They will copy your entire identity. They will take loans and so forth. And you can become responsible for it after that. So we have to be very, very
Absolutely.
careful. Yeah.
This is a scam on another level, Prabhu. And, you think that, maybe money is worth more than your ID. But if you listen to your story carefully, you think about it. A person getting your ID can mean so much more than actual an amount of any money put to it, because they're looking for illegal citizenship in our country. And just look at the loophole. It is so easy. I mean, if your bell didn't ring, all the bells didn't ring on time, you would have been a subject of such a big, scam, and you would have just given away the most important thing of your life. That's your identity.
Absolutely. It was an India number. It was a +91 and so forth. I think that's
Yes.
India. So I was angry after that, right? Finding out these guys
Yes.
are scams. So I said, let me call them back. So I called them back and I said, hello, can I might have some chicken tikka? So then he got angry. He got angry and started to swear me.
Oh my God.
So I let him have it as well.
Your personality is amazing, because you took, at that frozen moment, with, so much emotions mixed within you, you took out the funny part from it and you said, let's give them a run for their money. Oh my
No,
God.
absolutely. And then, I got a friend who speaks fluent Hindi, and she came on the line. She said, no, let's have a three-way call, and she speak to them in their language and stuff. So
Yes.
she came online and she asked them a whole bunch of questions. They got a shock of their life. They didn't know that our South Africans can actually speak in Tamil, Hindi, and all this kind of stuff. So they got a shock of their life because they underestimate us. The truth is, the India people underestimate us South Africans, and that's very, very wrong. We are not stupid. We know our mother tongue. We totally understand it, but they think they can come here. Now, look, I'll give them kudos that they know their technology. The way this con was set up was absolutely brilliant. From the start, when they gave me angst, they made me so worried to think. They made me believe that, what, I was somehow involved in terrorist communication. All I wanted to do was to be cooperative and clear my name. So they hooked me in on that, and then they lured me, more and more in
Yes.
deeper. Once I was deep in, and they did this so-called fake call from Delhi police station, they knew they had me.
Yes.
And I almost gave my ID book. It's true, I almost gave it. So I'm just urging people out there, be very, very careful of your identity, of anything, of any scam. There's so many different cons that's happening, so many different scams and stuff. We have to be careful, because in today's world, I think the most important thing that people want is just survival. They will do anything to try and survive, and that survival actually means hurting somebody else or stealing. They don't care, because they need to survive.
This is exploitation at its best. And I think the two things that, we need to remember about your story is that the first thing, how they convinced you. Firstly, it was a telephone number that came from India, which was so convincing. And of course, when somebody looks at something like that, say, oh no, this looks real. And then to back it up, the person is in full Indian uniform, which also made you believe, that it's coming from a very
absolutely
reliable source. But when people talk about aspects like bombing, well, it's going to take you a backup, but because we all know that is the most serious offense within the community of in India, and of course that would just grab anybody's attention for that matter. So, like you said, and I hope that our viewers have taken note of this. It is a very, very serious offense, and it can be even more serious if you succumb to this type of scamming, where you can actually be living in South Africa, but you can actually have a duplicate running around, and when it comes for you to really go forward and use your ID for a good cause, you become attached to so many crimes. That's
Yes,
also another way to look
absolutely.
at it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And just for your information as well, the police commander that I spoke to yesterday, what he told me was that, or actually on Monday rather, what he told me was that if there is an international bombing or something that's happening, local police stations do not handle the investigation. It's handled on a much higher level. Intelligence officers and so forth get involved. So Delhi police station, no way will they be involved in handling a bombing in Kashmir. I
Absolutely.
did not know that. I didn't know that.
Yes.
So yeah, departments like Interpol and stuff will be involved. So it's something that you should know, that people should know out there, that when these people come there and try and inundate you and overwhelm you with a whole bunch of different information that you do not know, okay, I think maybe take a step back and call the police station as well, just to get clarification on what the procedure should be. As much as we want to hurry up and clear our name and be helpful as well, we also got to protect ourselves. That's very, very important. There's other scams
Yes.
with banks as well, where people call you, and I was almost got caught with that. But luckily, I worked for a bank, and I knew that modus operandi, where people say, I'm just going to mention it very quickly. So they'll get somebody, for example, calling from, in my case, it was FNB, because I bank with FNB. The person called from FNB and said, listen, there's a whole bunch of debit orders for 99 Rand going off my account. I said, what? Since when? Now, he doesn't realize I have a banking app and I can have immediate access to it. So then this guy says, no, you know what? I can put a stop to it, but I want to send you an OTP and you need to give me that OTP immediately. So immediately when he says OTP, he didn't realize I already know that scam, because I was making videos for the banks,
Okay.
to warn people about the OTP thing. So I knew about this very, very well. So then this guy says, okay. I said, oh, okay, fine. Then I says, who's your CEO? Now I know who the CEO is, right? Right. So he got a bit like what? He says, no, why, sir? We're trying to stop your, 99 Rand debit orders coming off your account. I said, yeah, but put the CEO on the line. Tell him Kumara Naidu wants to speak to him. We're going to play golf on Sunday. So then this guy got stumped. He didn't know what I was talking about. So I just reversed the con on him. So then then he says, no, okay. So what you gonna do? I said, put your damn CEO on. Who's your CEO? What's his name? So he didn't know who the CEO of the bank is. At that time, I know it was Jack. So eventually, he just cut the call. So I realized these people, in order for them to con you, first they make you scared. They give you a whole bunch of angst. And that's how a scam operates. The first thing they do is make you scared. Once that fear tactic is there, all your reasoning goes out. You see, because you are trying to clear your name, you're trying to stop a crime against yourself, and that is when you are most vulnerable, and that is when they take advantage over you. So be on the lookout of that. Be very careful. If somebody comes with bad news for you, right, take a step back. Tell them you'll call them back, or go and get some advice. Talk to someone. Like I spoke to my friend, which was very, very helpful. And that helped me a lot. So do the same as well. Take a step back. Take the details down. Go back to the person. They will still be there. There's no rush. There's no hurry. When people say your bank account has been compromised and stuff, go and check your bank account. Call your bank. Call the fraud line. There's always something else you can do. Never, never, ever give an OTP. I did a video actually with MTN. I was involved in another scam. And I'll actually post it with this podcast, where the MTN scammer called me and said, listen, someone is trying to do a SIM swap, and in order to stop them, they need to give an OTP. So I realized this is also another scam, and I had a whole bunch of fun with this guy.
A swim swap? No. Do you? Okay. Let me get the. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me get my. Hello. Let me get my brother. Okay. He's gonna want to speak about this. Hold on.
Just verify this, sir, right? Can I just send you verification link 4 digits on the SMS? What's that number?
Okay. Just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. Come here.
Check the SMS, please, sir. Hello?
Hello.
Please have a look for me on your side. You have an SMS MTN, 4 digits.
A 4-digit SMS.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the SMS for?
What's the number? They cancelled the request.
The request. Why?
Verification. It cancels out the fraudulent request, not your number. It is a point of verifying into system, sir.